Hello. Hold on. What a great way to start. Hi everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good evening, good night. To those who don't know my name, sorry. Very unprofessional of me. My name is Penumbra Vulpe. Artist, historian, and today, just damn fucking over it. I'm okay. Hold on. Oh, that was nasty. Not the burger, my cough. I've had like really bad drainage. Because I keep flipping between really cold weather. Oh my god, excuse me. Really hot weather. And then goddamn burger. I had literally 30 minutes before stream, I cooked one of these, what is it? These samyang bulldog spicy tteokbokki. And I had an Abita root beer because I bought some. And then immediately after, like right before I started stream, my mom opens my door and she's like, "Hey, do you want a little do you want a burger? I bought it for your brother, but he's not gonna eat it because he already ate." So I was like, hell yeah, I'll take a cheeseburger with lettuce, and I put ketchup and stuff on it. And then I had to scarf it down so fast, and now I am very bloated. I'm stuffed. I'm full. I'm gonna die. It's so nice to see everybody though. Hi. For those watching on YouTube, hello. This is my first official YouTube stream. I have so many VODs that I have not uploaded from Twitch to YouTube. I wanted to try multi-streaming very briefly. Very briefly. And I thought, what better way to multi-stream than by breaking in more of my, my new tablet. You can't see it. However, this is a Huon Pro 19, the Canvas Pro 19 inch tablet. I have that, and I have little key binder, which I need to turn this on. It comes with it, which is really cool. I tried working with it a little bit yesterday. I don't know all of the shortcuts with this. I know it with the keyboard, and I know it with my tiny little 8, as you can hear, this little thing. I have a tiny 8 key keyboard that I've been using. So we're changing things. Also, yes, thrusted. It was thrown at me, and it was a damn good burger. Oh, I'm not a burger person, but sometimes your guy needs a burger. So what we're working on today, the music is so high. Sorry guys. I didn't realize it was still super high and none of my shit is working. Oh god. Okay, there we go. Have to talk over my music. Music, is it not? Oh, hold on. Okay. Sorry, my audio mixer wasn't showing. I'm gonna lose my mind. You guys have been sitting in silence. I have to keep my... If I'm on call, I have to switch some of my settings, and I forgot to switch it back. This is not the first time. Today, it's going great. It's going amazing. I'm having such a good time. Let's see. Quite literally losing it out here. I don't know. I had a crazy afternoon. Also, let me fix something real quick. Oh. You can tell I didn't care. I love being professional. I'm so professional. Oh yes. Oh yes, this is perfect. Okay, better. As I was saying, I had to run some errands as soon as I got off work. I got off work early, which is why we're doing the gorilla stream. Let's see. So that's why we're here. What ended up happening was, I'll do this while I work. Go. I left work and I told myself, well, instead of going sometime later, Saturday, I would go today and get what I needed for Saturday, or like instead of Friday, because I had time and I didn't want to leave work, you know, after work, and it's dark out now at 5 p.m. So instead what I did is I went to the store today. Well, I had some free time. And with the free time, I bought some stuff. So I had to go to 3 different stores for one thing. One of the things I found at the first store, and I kind of wanted it to be a one-stop shop. But unfortunately they didn't have one of the things I needed to get. So I had to go to another store. And then another store. So I went to like 3 different stores. Finally found exactly what I was looking for. Because I wanted some praline for something. Oh shit. Okay. I wanted praline for something, and what ended up happening is I didn't get the praline from the first 2 stores. I had to go to a 3rd store. Yeah, me too. And at the 3rd store, I dealt with some bullshit afterwards. Because it was getting really close to the time the school let out. So, like, 2:40, 2:30? 2:30-ish. I'll give it some grace. 2:30-ish. At 2:30-ish, I went to the store. Or I was leaving the store. I got a Red Bull, which I've been really good about not getting as of late. So I got myself a little treat for having to go to the store and finally finding what I needed. 3rd store. Got it, left. I dealt with the most insufferable truck. It is not always a pickup truck driver. But when it is always a pickup truck driver. This guy didn't have a proper turn signal on, and he was turning left, and the thing is, where I was pulling out, there's an elementary school right down the road, and they were blocking off the area so that people can turn left into the drive to get to the school, to get to, you know, the back area where they have the pickup line, because it wraps around the school into the road, both on the right side of the road near the school and the left coming into town. And what ended up happening is this guy needed to turn right. And then there was a, how do I say this? Like a AAA truck that was also pulling in to the same area where we were. This guy had to back up. But the way that he stopped was so sudden. My Red Bull that was in the cup holder right next to me flew onto the floor. Right between, not on the floor mat, between the floor mat and the side of the car. That was like the actual carpet itself. I had to pick it up and it was like about half empty and only taken like a few sips. But half empty. It's like, fuck. My new car. Pulled into an area where I used to go to the dentist office at. I pulled in over there and I found all the napkins in my car and soaked up as much as I could. I was so pissed. I was like, fuck. Just for a lousy coconut Red Bull. And the thing is, it's not even my favorite Red Bull flavor, it's just the one that they have. Actually, I really like coconut. I like a blue coconut. If you get a blue coconut Red Bull with a little bit of Sprite, then you can make a caffeinated version of an ocean drink from Sonic. You don't need the syrup. You just need a blue Red Bull. Blue coconut Red Bull. And, some Sprite. Speaking of, actually, I really love blue coconut. And I love the ocean water because it's really, I say it's cheap, but it's pretty good. It's like, to me, very much so on the same par with like a Route 44 cherry lemonade. Or like a cherry lemonade. I love the white can, forget the flavor though. It's coconut! Or, blue, it's berry coconut. But it's like blueberry, blackberry hybrid mix, I think. I don't know. It's really good though. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I was really a fan of the peach. And then they discontinued the peach flavor. Even though every time I would go to a store, that one was always sold out. Which makes me really pissed. They sold the peach flavor. They discontinued it even though it was the most popular flavor where I lived. And then, in turn, made it a seasonal flavor for white peach. And it's not the same because it's not peach nectarine, it's just the peach. I was pissed. I was rightfully mad about that too. But, yeah. I need to oil that. It's very distracting to the me. That's another thing that happened. There we go. Or another thing I was gonna say. It had to do with Sonic. Oh, yeah. I had one time where I got the same drink. The ocean water? And with the ocean water, they didn't add... They made it a Powerade flavor, like a blue Powerade drink, which they do that. They sell like Powerade or Gatorade, I think, on tap. But I don't like... Actually, I like Gatorade more than I like it. I liked it before. However, I still don't like it as much. I was just mad because they gave me the wrong drink and they were like, yeah, this is an ocean water. And it was just Gatorade and Sprite, or Gatorade and like blue flavoring, and I was like, this is not, that's not an ocean water. What's wrong with you? I've had a couple, I don't know, I'm like a drink person. I like juice, I like drinks, I like carbonation. I really like Topo Chico. I enjoy a good Topo Chico when I have one. To the point that I think we have a stash that I forget about constantly. Need a... There we go. Like water. Just a bunch of different things. I don't know. But then I get obsessed. I have to have like 2 or 3 drinks at one time. And I don't know what that is, especially if I'm working. I have nothing with me right now. I went through my soda. My... Can you hear it? Yeah. My, root beer. It's done. And then I had water. And it's done. And then I guess you could count whatever liquid goes into those bulldog, tteokbokki. I guess you could count that. I drank that too. It was really good. It was like hot syrup. Not syrup, but it's definitely something that will give me the biggest tummy ache later. And that's okay. It's still really good. Like, I don't know. It's like whenever you get like, the broth of something and you're like, ooh. Ooh, I gotta have a little bit of that. Even though it's just pure evil. And it could probably kill a guy. If it really wanted to. I cast stomach ulcer on you and your family. I feel like it's not blue enough. It's just because it's layering. I could... One day, I don't know, I'll learn how to add shortcuts and maybe... What's the word? One day I'll learn how to use the lasso tool and handle all of this, but I don't know. I don't know. It'll be one day, but today's not that day. I keep looking at people do tutorials of like, you can speed up your art process by using lasso tools, and then I watch it. Like, yeah, I'll do that. Then I start drawing, and I don't do that. Because you have to practice with it, and I need to start immediately. Like, I'm starting my work. I don't need to learn a new skill while I'm doing something very important. And by important, I mean this. I actually wanted this to be less painterly, but I'm also enjoying the aspect. I'm in the process of getting more stream stuff. Very slowly, very surely. I don't know specifically with what's going on currently if I'll be able to afford some things. But depending on how I feel, I might invest a little bit more in... Let's see, what do you got? I have to use the potato brush. Depending on how next year runs, I might have more, I might have less. I am currently working on... Let's see, do I have it here? I do, but I don't think I'm currently liking it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know. I started making this and I don't like it as much as I wanted. It's still a really solid design. However, I still think it's a little too much for what I want to go for. So I'm gonna have this on the back burner for now. And then come back to it, put a pin in it, and do it later. Because I want to do more story writing with this design. And it has to do with this updated... what's the word? Updated... starting soon screen. A lot of it has to do with how the style is and a change a little bit in story design and maybe a little bit of character as well. Something that I've been thinking about a lot lately is what I want to do moving forward. And I say this every time I stream like this, or every time I guess I... oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to see why. And I don't know where my Y is. There we go. I lost my train of thought there, sorry. A lot of it has to do, I say it every time, like, oh, we're gonna be changing things, and then nothing changes. This is something I've actually been thinking about for a while. I wanted to do, like, roleplay streams, but I wanted to make them very fun, very silly. I wanted to be more immersive in how I speak of things. They still talk about, you know, job. Still talk about what I do outside of this. Still talk about friends. Discuss, you know, the goings-ons in my life. The modern aspect will not be forgotten and not be excluded. However, it will be expanded upon in a more serious tone. Hello, hi, Kaden. Hi. Mostly because I do think I can... I've been thinking about just incorporating more story elements into things. I already really wanted to do, like, stupid... I say stupid, but silly roleplay content alongside what I already do. Because as much as I like gaming, I think I've realized I limit myself to just gaming or art content. I feel like there's another sphere. I've done book reviews before, but with the job that is you are reading, and not only are you reading, you're reading tons of other things. However, they're changing a lot of the elements about my job as well. Which is very good. At first it was really stressful. Therapy stuff sounds fun. I hope you're able to do that. I think I will. It just, I'm gonna need some time to figure out what I want to do with it and how, like, what sphere. Because I don't like ASMR content. I could probably do it for people. However, I like voice acting. I don't voice act very often. I like characters. I think that's very fun. I think it would just be fun. It would be another outlet, another creative way of handling streaming besides hey, I make content and the content that I make is specifically tied to something that is so integral to my life that if I'm ever burnt out, then poof, good luck to my career, you know. Damn it, I thought about that. I have never DM'd for D&D. It's something that I also wanted to do. I want to do cowboys so bad. I want to do cowboys. I want to do cowboys. Curse of Strahd type beat. Yeah. I've been watching people who do D&D streams. I haven't seen any of them in length. I watch people who do it. I used to be a very, I say used to be, I still am. I really enjoy, oh, the McElroys. Not just my brother and me, but the Adventure Zone. Big fan of the Adventure Zone. Really love Brendan Lee Mulligan and Matt Mercer, even though I do not think I will ever fully watch Critical Role because of the extensive amount of content that goes into watching Critical Role, because every episode... Hold on, let me get very close to my mic and turn my... This is the only mention I will have of another streamer on stream for today. Let me... Oh, the music won't turn down. It's okay. Okay, whatever. I'm speaking this directly into the mic, and I need to hold your hand whenever I say this, but watching a Critical Role stream is like watching a a Pelican Coup stream for me. I love Pelican Coup. That is the Oshi of Oshi to me. However, that hurts. that hurts. Fuck. I'll do it in a minute. Hold on. But it hurts whenever I want to watch a stream or I want to get involved in something and I have to sit through 7 hours of content that or you have the live stream. You have the live stream and it's 7 hours and it starts immediately whenever I clock in and it ends at 2 p.m. and I have to deal with people. I don't have a sit back in your desk kind of job. I have a you have to talk to people and interact with people kind of job. And that doesn't do well with wanting to watch really good things. Anyways, let me see if I can pull it up. Do I have my cowboy? My cowboy. My cowboy. There we go. Okay. We'll be a cowboy for now. Yeah, I have... Okay. So this is the original one. I don't use it. I use the one done by Taupe Gray. And then I have cowboys. Yeah, I have a still cowboy and then I have a smiley cowboy. Cowboy, my beloved. Yeehaw. Yee. And dare I say it, haw. I've only seen the chibi one. Yeah. This is like, hold on. This is like, how old? I've had it for a long time. This is from 20... Oh god, whenever I first started streaming. 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago. I made this one. And I need to update it. And then I have the two cowboys. Yeah! And then I have taupes. I need to get taupe. I need to commission taupe. That's next on the list. I have, oh, stay cowboy, sorry. I have a list of commissions that I need to do. Caden, I gotta get with you, buddy. We gotta get together and do something. Because I need a little guy and I can't think of the little guy that I need. Yeah, because we were like, let's do an art trade. And then I got super busy and I can never think of a little guy. And I hate to like say, draw me. No, I have not forgotten. I've just been so busy and trying to think of a little guy that you could draw. However, I think I have one now. I don't have little guys that I can just throw off the bat to you, because I know that's your specialty, is creatures. You have a specialty of creatures, and I love them dearly. Yeah, we can. But I would love to also pay the you. I want to pay my friends so bad. I have something in the works. Actually, I have a current commission. But it's not... I say not traditional, but it's not like visual arts, should I say. It's something else. And I'm so excited about it. Every time I get an update, I'm like frothing at the mouth. Pay the you! I wanna... Hold on, I wanna pay my friends! Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna stretch. Thank you. Oh. Actually, I have the perfect thing to commission you for. I have the perfect thing. I will just need maybe a permission to do one thing with it. Just not like severe. I'll get with you later. I want to commission my friends. I gotta pay my tablet off first. I kind of want to do more commissions too. I had them closed for a long time because I got really burnt out, really tired with job. But again, job stuff is changing, so the stress of my job is also changing. I had stopped streaming because stopped streaming, but I had gotten really overwhelmed because my job changed how we did stuff. They're open, let you know. Currently, I have no money. I'm about to take a trip. I'm about to off collab. Not only here, but with not only with friends, but yeah. I say off collab. It's not even an off collab. It's just me seeing people. Because the holidays. Here we go. Ah, that's what I needed. Okay. I see now. Think of pizza. I'm always thinking of the pizza. I forever think of that pizza. Oh man. Forever. I will never forget that pizza. That pizza hates to see me coming. That pizza will forever hate to see me coming. I have a couple of people I want to visit next year too. The issue is, again, my schedule with my job. However, I keep saying, my job. But yeah, my job, I did a lot of writing. And by a lot of writing, I mean a lot of, like, menial writing that was being nitpicked. And it caused me, not only me, but, like, a lot of people who also have my job, some stress. To the point, like, I really made myself sick. And I'm sure these people were also, like, really stressed out too, having to handle all of these things and tell people stuff about their writing. So, I went to a meeting. Oh no! You're making it a rule? Don't limit yourself. Have the pizza you want. Celebrate. Celebrate with friends. Oh, I'm gonna cry. You don't have to do that without me. Friend is you. I'm red. You friend is you. You are friend. You are friend. I'm visiting people this year and next year. I swear to God. I have a friend in Dallas I want to visit. I have a friend. Ah, fuck. Sorry. This is so wholesome. You are next! You're next! Quite literally. Oh god, I keep peeking my fucking mic. Hold on. That's right. You're next. You're next. Remember? You're next. Don't get too comfortable. You're next. Oh, I remember. Good. Good. But yeah, the job stuff is changing. They're changing the layout of how we handle stuff. Because, again, I would write stuff, and then it would go to somebody else, and then they would nitpick it, and then send it back. And they're getting more technical about how we write stuff for advertising. And it makes me really stressed out. It made me actually very stressed out to the point that I did consider briefly, but I did consider either changing positions or changing where I would be in my job. I heavily considered it, which is not something to sneeze at because I really like my job. Like, it is a little scary. Yeah, it was just stressful, and I was tired of being stressed out, and this year has been already so goddamn awful to me that I wanted to, I just wanted, like, a break. You know? I wanted rest. I wanted respite, and I didn't feel like with everything I could get it. And then everything with my family happened, and then more things keep happening. But I went to a meeting literally a few days ago. And this is because they hired somebody new for the system. And then in that meeting, they were like, hey, so you know how you guys were super stressed out about all this new change? And it was really awful to you guys? So, we're making it to where that you don't have to worry about that again. Unless you really want to. Because we're changing how we handle this. And the room was silent. You could hear a pin drop. We were just like staring at her in disbelief. We were like, huh? Huh? What? And she was like, I thought you guys would be screaming and excited. And we were just like, my boss had went to the meeting and she was like, we are just plumb surprised. We are in shock about, you know, the change and everything. And she was like, yeah, well, we don't know when it's gonna be implemented, but we're gonna start doing it like this. Which is something they should have been doing, but in return, it's going to change how... Let's see. It's probably gonna change how much involvement they have in other areas, which I think I'm okay with. It's, you know, a catch-22 or a trade-off. We'll be handling some things and they'll be handling others. You know? So, yeah, it was not bad. It was just a very heavy change. And it's not going to immediately change. Like, I still have to write things currently. And I have to get those done. Which, before this announcement, it was, hey, instead of having everything done by this date, it's going to be on a rolling basis. Because they were essentially saying everything was due December 5th. No, December 12th before programming quarterly. And then they changed it. That's right. Okay. They changed the format on us. I gotta go make food and do chores and Stardew stuff later. Bye! Thank you! Good luck with Stardew. I wanted to join, but I know I will not have the availability. Go have fun in Stardew. I will be most likely watching either between Natsu, Agent if Agent streams, and Doppler. Good luck! Whoa. This is a very impromptu stream. I've been wanting to do multi-stream for a while, but I couldn't find like a good date to do it. So here we are. Odd time. Odd date. I don't know if that looks good. I don't think that's believable, but... It's too much movement here, if you know what I mean. There we go. Let me see. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I got this, I think. Question mark? Question mark? I guess? Is what it is. That's another thing. Hold on, let me... Oh, it doesn't show me my... Let's see. I can now zoom in and out, and then specifically where my cursor is, like that, yeah. And then I can change my, like, rotate the canvas. Will it let me rotate? Oh, it won't! Whoa. Let's see. But this does the brush size. Maybe. Hold on. Is it changing? Oh, I gotta fix that. Okay. Which is fine. This kind of stuff is really good for, like, if you're doing multiple kinds of line work, which I am currently doing. I don't know. I'm also really not feeling this music right now. Let me pull up the song. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm visiting friends for the holidays. I go take a trip to a big city this weekend. I'm gonna get a hotel. Stay, visit with friends, and then drive home on the same day, because it's easier for me to drive in and then drive out of town than to drive in, meet with a friend, and then go home. So that way I have a little bit of time, and if I need to leave or, you know, change stuff, this friend is willing to be really flexible about stuff, which is really cool. I've also been thinking about, I think I told them I would, but I keep thinking about bringing my cane. I only use it if I really, really need it, and I don't use it around the house because I don't need it around the house. I can sit down. But I have learned that in my experiences, bigger cities are not very inclined to having really good... Oh, jeez. the bigger cities are not really inclined to having really good travel. Travel for people like me. You are in pain a lot. I've been mitigating a lot of stuff, so I'm hoping I don't have to use it unless I really need to. It mostly helps with standing for long periods of time. I thought about bringing it just... Oh god. Hold on. It moved the layer too much, sorry. There we go. I don't know, I just thought about bringing it with me. I brought it with me to Arizona when I went on the big friend trip there. Which I'm very grateful I did. I kind of thought about not doing it, but it allowed for me to kind of have a break without sitting. And it also allowed me to lean on something so I wouldn't struggle. Which, I mean, it'll help me here too, if I decide to. Which I say if I decide to. I most likely will. It's a very funny category. Say category. It's a fickle issue for me. Because it's like, you're sick enough to need support, but are you sick enough to rely on this entirely? And the answer is, I can do my job for the most part without it. So I don't bring it to my job. However, I do have it for when I travel. Or like if I know I'm gonna be somewhere for like a long period of time. Like I think I should start bringing it with me to stores. If I'm just grabbing like a few things without a cart, or like if I'm grabbing something with a... What's it called? Not a cart. A little basket. I think that would be really helpful. I think what's also really helped is hearing other people who deal with similar things, or, you know, other things like that. Talk about, well, if you need it, you need it. Use what you need. When you do. There's a stigma about, I think, mobility aids, especially for people with is it invisible issues. Which I still haven't found out. Part of me wonders if I'm gaslighting. This is the deep conversations you get in drawing. You don't get these any other stream. Part of me wonders if I am faking things, and I'm not. Like, the pain is very real. And I kind of have to remind myself it is, because I forget. Not that I forget that I'm in pain, but it's like more manageable, you know? Or I wake up and I feel like the best that I've felt in a while, you know? But then I have to remember it's not normal to be in pain all the time. I have to tell myself that it's not normal to be in pain all the time. And I literally am just, like, I haven't been active in a while, but even whenever I was active, even whenever I was taking medication that I should, even, you know, like, I can do everything right. And it decreases, like, other symptoms, you know, so, like, it may help a little bit with fatigue, or I may be in less pain because the inflammation is down, but it still happens and it's still there. It's just more manageable. And you have to think about it like that. It's normal when you get older to have aches and pains. It is not normal for you to have aches and pains all the time. I feel like I'm like, what, 40? So right now we're just in a whatever, fuck it meatball sort of phase. Oh, fuck. I don't like how this feels. There we go. If I can add some...
Don't try to understand.
Some elements to make it look a little bit better. A little bit more like we've... Yeah. There we go. And we can expand upon these elements later. It's also not normal to get sick as often as I do. I mean, I guess in this profession it's a little bit more normal. Because I deal with kids sometimes, and kids are like petri dishes. But other times it's really abnormal to be as sick. Sometimes. I don't get as sick normally because I don't go anywhere after. Even then, I have people come to my job super sick. And I don't understand it. Stay home. You don't have to come while you're sick. To be fair, don't go anywhere whenever you're super sick. And if you do, try to use... Try not to be in spaces, you know, that you know other people are gonna be, who are very likely to catch it. And by that I mean, don't go in areas where you know a lot of elderly people and a lot of children go, because their immune system tends to be a lot weaker. Exhibit A. It's just in 200-year-old vampire is old. We're at 11. We're at 5. It's 5. Yeah, I think that's I feel like we've lost a lot of tact in that regard. But I feel like people have always been, like, I feel like people have always been that way, / it got especially worse after... Yeah, I can say after COVID. I had to think, I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll say it. Particularly after, like, the initial COVID outbreak. You have a lot of people who are unwilling to compromise on a lot of things because they were already compromised once. How dare they be compromised again? Or how dare you try to ask them to compromise again whenever they dealt with one of the worst things they've ever dealt with in their life, which is not true. Because modern medicine is so awesome and cool, and also you should be respecting people to this degree all the time. You know, like, it's more about putting others before yourself. A lot of people don't tend to do that, especially in regards to sickness and health. Or a lot of people choose to ignore it or have to ignore it because of whatever lifestyle they have. For example, the amount of times I have seen, I think the amount of times I've seen kids just this year go to school sick. For example, my brother, he caught the flu because one of his friends caught it and then went to school and was still extremely contagious, you know. And so my brother caught the flu because he was close to his friend. The other friend was fine, but the one that still went to school sick was like, well, I didn't think it was going to be that big of an issue. Or their parents can't watch them, or somebody can't watch them because they are sick. And it's one of those things where it's a very complex issue. However, don't let your kids go to school sick. Just don't. Try not to. Try don't think about it. Don't lie to people saying your kid is not sick and they're obviously sick. You know? Because I've also seen that too. I've seen that happen so many times. It's like a huge pet peeve of mine. If you're sick, wear a mask. Or try to avoid going places and have other things to compromise it. Don't go out while you're sick. Yeah. Okay. Oh, by the way, this is the under sketch. We are painting on top of it. If you wanted to know how I'm working on this. But it is a little infuriating. Because it's, you know, it's particularly bad. It's bad in two different areas. It's bad in school, right? Awful in schools, awful for conventions, right? People who go to a convention because they pay a lot of money for the hotel. They pay a lot of money for the tickets, right? They get sick. They catch something either the day before or the day of. And instead of being like, man, aw man, cut my losses, or, you know, selling a ticket to somebody else, right? Which I don't know if it's okay to do that for some conventions, because I know how they check is by your ID. Instead of cutting your losses, or how some people, instead of cutting their losses, should I say, people have still gone to conventions sick whilst knowing they are ill, right? Man, I know I spent X amount of money, but I'm still gonna go to the con floor because I put X amount of money. And that's why you get, like, con sickness and con croup and whatever else. Whatever other junk, you know, happens. Con crud, sorry, not con croup. Croup is what babies get when they cough. Or little kids. It's like, congestion. Congestion? Yeah, kind of. Congestion in the lungs and stuff. I used to get croup a lot as a kid. But I also had asthma. And I also was being purposefully poisoned to stay sick. And think about that doctor all the time. Which I've told that story, I think, a couple of times. I just think about her. I'm like, where is she? I hope she's not practicing medicine still. Let's see. Let me see. There's a lot of crazy stories I have. There was one the other day I remembered about, and now I forgot. It's been a long time since I've thought about it, though. I just remember experiencing it and going, whoa, that sure did happen, and then putting it back in the brain vault for later. You know? Let's see, what is this? Yeah, okay. I might adjust, because I don't think I particularly like that pleat. There we go. I think that looks good. Let me look at it from far away. I'll add more details to the pleats later, because I think I need to, you know, make it more believable. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna stretch again. I think that's good. It's better than what it was. If you haven't stretched, please do. Okay, let's see. Does it look good from far away as it does up close? I think so. Because I mean, this is about the size as y'all are gonna see it on the screen anyways. I'll have to even out some of this hair and some of this over here. Just to take account for the, what's it called? Oh, you know, the lighting that'll happen at a later point. But for now, this is what it is. Okay. While we're here and while I'm working on this, this starting soon screen is going to help usher in some of those changes, because the changes are not only going to be with the content itself. I feel it's also going to be with the color scheme and the aesthetic of what I'm going with. I'm gonna change the cowboy stuff too. Like, everything's gonna be heavily reworked within the next year. That is the goal. Starting with story, character, and working from there. You know, it's not easy. Another thing I learned is it's not easy to do everything from scratch. To be like, oh yeah, I'm going to stream and I'm going to make all of my content and I'm going to make my designs. See, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes a village to make a VTuber, okay? It takes a village to make a streamer. And nobody talks about that shit. And if you are, you know, the one-man band that can do it, kudos to you. I did do it. And now I'm sick of doing it. I want to have help. I want to have help making designs and handling things and making art. I also really want to help my friends and pay them and do those things too, because they should have their work showcased and I want to support them. Okay, let me... Yeah. You know? There's so many things that goes into making designs and making the art that goes into streaming. Writing, and I'm so sick of it. I'm not sick of it, but I wish I was a little bit braver? Should I say, yeah, we can say braver. I wish I was braver with exploration of it all. Exploration of the medium, should I say. Because it is a medium. Like any art form, Streaming is an art. You have to balance comedy, you have to be funny. And if you're not funny, or should I say, if you're not what your audience is looking for, then they will find it in other people. And that's with any art form. It's particularly true with gallery work. It's of the same caliber of you're putting your kind of yourself on the line. It's very personable. I say personable, but it's very personal. It's very you put yourself into this body of work, whether you want to or not. And then if you go to a gallery show and you want your work to be a part of a showing or a showcase or an exhibition of some sort, then you have to put yourself on the line to a degree, right? You have to put yourself in a very uncomfortable situation of having to have somebody else look at you, look at your work and say, yes, it fits, or no, this isn't good for me. You know, it's, you have somebody with personal taste judging your work based off of their personal taste, you know? We do things like that, but instead of like a really, it is still high competitive, I was gonna say, but instead of having like a high competitive market, it is an extremely high competitive market because you're advertising and it's like art. It is exactly the same as art, except for instead of having to compete with people for the sake of, you know, like a one-off showcase for a chance to, you know, get money or something, you're competing with people all the time on multiple levels, right? You're competing with others, you're competing with your past self, with your future self, you're competing with your friends who are involved. And for the most part, it should be a friendly competition. I'm gonna switch back. I'm done being a cowboy. We're done. We're switching back. But as I was saying, it should be friendly competition. It should be we're uplifting each other. Art of any form, streaming, it should be friendly competition. You shouldn't be trying to sabotage, but people are people and people are human, and by people being human, you get the best and the worst of somebody. You get jealousy, you get viciousness, you get vile. You get the best and the worst people here. And especially on places like Twitch, you tend to unfortunately get the absolute worst of people, because Twitch allows that on their platforms, the same as X, you know? You win and you lose, right? Yeah, I'm sorry, Magic. I gotta stop being a cowboy. It's getting too real. I don't think the cowboy was fitting the vibes, but it's okay. I still mean, you know, I still mean what I say. As in, I fully believe that there, to some extent, like, it should be friendly competition. It shouldn't be you're forcing people in and or out of the competition. Oh, shit. And I have the tool scroller, so what am I doing here? You win and you lose, you know? It's marketing, it's promoting, it's advertising, it's all of these different aspects put into one. And then at the end of the day, if you're taking it too seriously, or if, you know, it's your only source of income, sometimes it feels like a goddamn rat race. Right? Everybody's trying to get to the end. That's what I needed. Okay. Everybody's trying to get to the end, and everybody's, you know, doing their best. However, you know, it doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't make me feel good to feel like I have to constantly compete for something. You know, compete for attention, compete for relevancy amongst a sea of others. Because how many people, like, seriously, how many people right now do you think are streaming art content? Streaming content of some sort. Streaming better art, worse art. Say better or worse, that's very relative. Different art, different, you know, illustrative design or graphic design or whatever art form they're developing. How many people do you think right now are doing that? And I'm pretty sure it's in like the hundreds, if not thousands, right? Not just here, also on YouTube. It just, at some point, thinking of the numbers game aspect, and you're, you know, trying to tie that into, well, am I successful or am I not successful? I want to have fun. When I stop having fun, I'll stop streaming. When I stop wanting to share, I'll stop streaming. It's not for anybody except for me. I'm very... as with my art, I tend to be very selfish with these things. At first, I wanted to grow. You know, I had goals of like, oh, well, if I grow like this, then that would be really cool. Because then I could do this XYZ later. And I could, you know... I could see how I can get to do XYZ. And then if I do this, I could do this, this, this. I've very much so shifted from that mentality of, well, if I get to a point where I'm, you know, I got 1,000, you know, 100,000 subscribers, or like 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 followers on any platform, then I have the relevancy. And I don't think that's always the best thing to focus on. That's not what I want. That's not what I need. Some people need and want that. I want to continue to build myself creatively. I want to avoid stagnation, creative and or otherwise. I want to continue to develop crafts. I want to continue to teach crafts. A lot of what I also wanted to do whenever I first started streaming, and I still really want to do this, but it's a lot harder with the amount of energy I have, is educational content. I don't feel like I'm the best person for that. However, I still want to do... Oh, did my stream drop? It did. A little bit, maybe? Or maybe my YouTube is just acting fucky. I'm trying to keep YouTube open. Yeah, it's my YouTube. Okay, whatever. It's my YouTube and my stream. It is what it is. Because at the end of the day, you know, it's what I want. And what I want is to be happy. And to have joy. And to share joy. Which is why I haven't been streaming. Not because I'm not, you know, streaming doesn't bring me joy. It's I haven't felt joyful enough to stream. I haven't felt okay enough to come out and make content or, you know, be daring to have the energy put aside to get to create. I needed a lot of rest. I needed a lot of respite. I think I have some of it now, to the point that I feel much more, you know, much more capable now than I did before. Oh, YouTube, you silly machine. Is it continuing to drop? No. It's just YouTube. I love when YouTube acts silly. There we go. So yeah, it's give or take. You know. At the end of the day, I'll still probably be here. I think I keep thinking about it because I've seen several people like drop it because the view count is low. Or they're not, like, they're feeling stagnation. You know? Like, I do not feel like I'm moving enough. I do not feel like this is happening enough. And unfortunately, a lot of it has to do with A, the kind of content, and B, how they push it. And this is coming from somebody who's been content creating, not video-wise, but like art-wise for a long time. Algorithms and stuff change. You have to adapt and set aside money, set aside time, energy for that. You can't just expect to stay the same by doing the same thing. You have to innovate a little bit. YouTube loves to do that. It really does. YouTube, as awesome as it is, sometimes it's really janky. Oh, that's what I needed. Okay. That's exactly what... Oh, yes. Okay. We are so back. Okay. Okay. Yeah. See that? Yummy. Yummy. Okay. Anyways. Yeah. So, I think it's been on my mind a lot lately. Like, streaming, and streaming specifically for, like, gain of some sort, you know? Like, it stops being fun for people for various reasons. Somebody online going, well, I'm not growing, and so I feel like nobody cares. Nobody love me, you know? It's like, well, what are you doing? You know? Like, I know I'm not doing enough, and people's skills are limited. Sometimes their talents are limited too. It's not an easy thing. Same thing with like Instagram. Like, I know my Instagram is not gonna grow any because I don't do anything with it. Thank God they pulled with the Instagram algorithm. It's also how the algorithms run. If you're not pushing like X specific content, which right now it's shorts, you know, with YouTube. So if you're not pushing like shorts content, clip content, you're not, it's not going to be the same kind of growth, you know? There's different ways though. Different ways to grow, different ways to adjust and change for things. Oh, I love that. Look at that. It just is what it is. It's, in my mind, it's the same as like whenever people say, well, I don't know. My art is stagnant and I don't know what to do. You go back to the basics. Right? or I don't know how to get better. You get power drawing and you start learning because you love drawing, and you're learning because you love what you do, you know? It's hard. It takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of craft for anything ever. But if you really want to do well at something, it's putting everything you have into it, really. You can find success if you put a lot of time and a lot of energy into something. Success also looks very different for different people. Again, my success is being able to just stream. You know? My success is... Your shit is buffering. No! Oh. My stream dropped. Hold on. Let me see if I can turn my Wi-Fi off. Sometimes it helps. Sometimes it helps a little to turn off my Wi-Fi on my phone. Oh shit. No. It's vastly... No. Stop it. It keeps dropping to 0. I love it. It's my favorite fucking thing. Oh. Well. Okay. Apparently I was so real that my Wi-Fi got super bad super quick. And it's not gonna get any better. Like, it keeps dropping to 0. It's me, it's not you, it's me. Hold on, can I type that? This is also why I don't stream, because I want to fight God and everything beyond it. I'm about to find a new service provider and pay for it, I swear to God. Hold on. I love how I am... Oh, I pull up... Okay, let me close out of this. Is this gonna help? No. My favorite thing is whenever I see it go from like a really high number to 0, and then it stays at 0 for a while. Are you good, Chief? No! No! God damn it. Well, okay. It's been reconnected. Okay, so this is the time. This is the time where I I stopped stream because my computer's acting crazy. I'm dropping like so many frames right now, it's not even funny. So what I'm gonna do is, I got too real. Stream said, no thanks. Yeah. Finally. Jesus. It's just struggle. Goodbye. Thank you for coming to the first dual stream. Have a good day. Bye-bye. I've had enough. We're done. No more being real. Also, let's see. Let me see if I can raid. I don't know how to raid. Are they streaming it? No, they're not. I think 6 or 7 or maybe 8. So, no, I will not be forwarding you guys anywhere. I'm sorry. It got very real. Too real for my signal. Too real for me. So, we done. Oh, what a perfect first stream. Alright. Bye-bye. Love you. Dead.